Hey guys, Cinema Sickness here, and it's been 1 week since Halloween, and also 1 week since the Cinema Sickness Halloween Horrorthon ended. The Cinema Sickness Halloween Horrorthon, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, is where I and whoever else wants to participate watches nothing but Halloween and horror-related titles from the very first day of autumn, the very first day of fall in September, all the way up until October 31st. It's a blast. I love doing it every year. It's great. And the whole idea behind this is, unlike other like marathons where a lot of times people participate in the 100 Halloween movies in 31 days. A lot of people do that. I used to participate in that years ago. I don't anymore. I have made that goal a few times actually, but I don't do it anymore. Can't do it with these videos. I just don't have time anymore. I know a lot of people do that, but the idea of this isn't really to give yourself a goal. It's not, it's not one of those marathons where every day you have to watch a certain title. Like one day it's like watch a slasher, then watch a sci-fi, then watch a movie starring this person. Then, no, it's not that either. There's no goals or anything like that. The whole idea is just to have fun with it. Watch as many titles as you want. Not as many as you can, as many as you want. If you want to watch one title a day, good. If you want to watch 20 titles a day, knock yourself out. You can watch whatever you want. The only real idea behind this, the only real, I guess, I don't say necessarily rule, but I guess I will. The only real rule behind this is just keep it Halloween related. A title that you would watch during the Halloween season. Something that relates to Halloween, whether it's a slasher, some horror movie, a sci-fi movie. It could be a Halloween special. It could be a scary TV series like Goosebumps, or I didn't finish, but I was watching Kingdom Hospital. I mean, it's a scary series and whatnot. Anything like that you can watch during this Halloween Horrorthon. That's the whole idea. So it's more of a marathon of just having fun with watching this. There's no goals to reach or anything like that. It's just everybody having a blast. That's the idea behind this. And the reason why I wanted to start doing it that way is because once I started doing these videos and whatnot, I realized I just don't have time to do any of the marathons. I don't have time to do 100 movies in 31 days. When I do those videos, it's literally me going to work, coming home, watching a movie, like watching 3 or 4 movies, and then going to bed. It's nothing but movie watching. Over the weekends, I just watch, I just go crazy watching movies. It's just movie after movie after movie after movie after movie, which is fun. I enjoy doing that. But again, with doing these videos and recording these videos and editing them and getting them up to YouTube and whatnot, really don't have time to do that many movies. So, I figured I would start this tradition that hopefully a lot of you guys will participate in with me every year, where we just watch what we can. It's fun. And then, go on Instagram or something, say what you're watching, hashtag it, something like that. Just, have a great time. That's the idea of the Cinema Sickness Halloween Horrorthon. So I had a great time this year. Didn't watch as many titles as I normally do, or I had planned to. And again, I didn't really plan on watching a certain amount, but I didn't watch as many as I normally do. And the reason for that being is because towards the beginning of the Halloween Horrorthon, I was away for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, where I was in Disney. And I only watched 3 titles while I was down there. Watched a title on the plane right down, plane right back, and 1 title when I was actually down there. But I basically missed close to 2 weeks worth of movie watching. So that's why I didn't get around to watching as much as I normally do. But no big deal. I was in Disney. I can live with it. So I only watched 41 titles or 40 something titles this year, as opposed to years past where I've watched plenty more. But again, I had a great time. I watched a lot of really, really, really good titles and just had a really fun time with it. A lot of new titles, a lot of stuff I've been meaning to watch. And unfortunately, a lot of titles that I wanted to get around to watching, I didn't. I'd say for the last few months, I've been buying horror titles, but putting them aside and not watching them, knowing that I would want to watch them during the Halloween Horrorthon. And I maybe went a little overboard putting stuff away, because now I have a whole bunch of horror movies that I need to get around to watching yet, that I didn't get to watch during the Halloween Horrorthon. So I'll get to those later on. I'm not going to wait till next year, something like that. No, I watch horror movies all throughout the year. It's not, it's not like I need to watch them all during the Halloween Horrorthon, but I try to get as many as many new horror titles I picked up in the Halloween Horrorthon as I can. So like I said, I'll get to those other horror titles eventually in the next few probably months or so. I'll get on to watching all those and checking them out. So definitely looking forward to that as well. So like I said, guys, I had a blast. For those of you who joined in, I hope you guys had a blast as well. It was really fun. I know some of you guys were, hashtagging on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, Cinema Sickness, Halloween Horrorthon 2013, things like that, or Halloween Horrorthon 2013. You guys were hashtagging. That was really cool. I really enjoyed watching, or seeing what you were watching. I enjoyed going on like Instagram and clicking the hashtag and seeing what the rest of you guys were watching. It was pretty cool. So I had a blast. Looks like you guys had a blast too. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I definitely look forward to it next year. I look forward to this every single year as horror titles. Horror is my all-time favorite genre of movie. I love horror titles from all different decades and all different types of horror movies. Everything from slashers to haunted house movies to just whatever. I love sci-fi and all that fun stuff. I just love all kinds of great horror movies. It's again my favorite genre. So this time of year is just fantastic, and it is a little sad that it's over. But hey, we have Christmas coming up, and I'm gonna do another marathon then. So looking forward to that. So anyway, guys, that's it. Like I said, just had a fun time, and glad you guys did too. And like I said, look forward to next year. And for those of you who didn't join in, hopefully next year you will. And I look forward to seeing what all you guys watch next year. So I'm going to end this here with me showing off what I checked out for this year. So here's what I watched, guys. Pieces. Now, this is a movie I wanted to check out for some time now. I've heard TerrorVision, which is definitely another movie I've wanted to watch for some time now, because this is another movie, Mickey's House of Villains. This is a great Disney Halloween-related title. Love the hell this one. Cockneys versus Zombies. Another movie I've been wanting to check out for some time now, just based on who's in it and kind of Evil Dead. Not the original, the new remake. And everybody kept asking me what I thought of this movie. Sinister. And this is another movie that I was pretty interested in seeing, because I remember hearing Ethan Hawke say that he wasn't sure if he wanted The Lords of Salem. And the reason why I was looking forward to watching this one the most is because I love Rob Zombie films. House of Dark Water. Now, this movie was somewhat mediocre. I wasn't thrilled. Frankenweenie. I love this film. Been a big fan of it ever since I first saw it in the theaters. Roseanne, Tricks and Treats. Now, this is a great compilation right here. Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. A more sort of low-budget movie that's kind of Stoker. Now, this movie I actually really enjoyed. This is actually one of my Shining. However, this year I watched it with the commentary, which was by the classic Alien. Although this time I watched the director's cut. I've never seen the director's cut of Alien. I've only ever seen Open Water. I mean Frozen. I mean The Reef. They're all the same damn movie. Screamfest Sampler by Anchor Bay. And the reason why this is not a really good one to go out on is because there's not much to talk about. The ABCs of Death. And this was a horrible film. Now, the initial Mountaintop Motel Massacre. And unlike ABCs of Death, this movie kicked ass. This was a Silent House. And before I get down to it, let me say, no, I've not seen the original. Though from what most of you have seen. Men in Black 3. Unfortunately, though, not in 3D. Had I been watching it by myself, I would have watched it in 3D. Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2. Calabar's Revenge. Now, what I mean by finally is, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, which comes in this Don Knotts Reluctant Hero pack that I have. Right there. Witches in Stitches, which was mediocre. I wasn't too thrilled with this one. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really. Life Force. This movie was absolutely brilliant. Love the Frankenhooker. This movie is pure genius. Done by the same people who did Basket Case. The Sci-Fi Boys, and it's exactly what you think it's about. All different sci-fi directors and people who create special. Ghostbusters. This movie is a classic, and for good reasons. It's extremely funny. It's extremely... The giant Gila monster, which comes in this horror collection 250 movie set. That's why I'm holding this big. Jeff Dunham mining the monsters, and it is just a Jeff Dunham special. If you like his brand of comedy, if you like ventriloquism, you're going to enjoy this. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. And this is just what it is. It's basically an episode with a bigger budget. That's really... Hatchet 3. Told you guys I was going to watch this one right away. And it was great. Best way to describe this film is, if you've seen the first... The Purge. And now that I've seen it, not really all that good. I was pretty let down by this movie. I remember when the Creature from the Haunted Sea, which is a Roger Corman movie, and again, I'm going to put this down, it's very big and heavy. Now, when it comes to Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, this year being the remake with Daryl Hannah. This is a really fun movie. This is actually the first time I watched this movie since I picked this up. Halloween, the extended cut, I should say. Now, I was really excited to check this out because I had only ever seen these extra scenes before. Jack-o'-lantern and Yankee Doodle. Now, obviously, Yankee Doodle here has nothing to do with Halloween, but it is part of this title, and I certainly wasn't going to sit down and only watch half a VHS tape. I had to finish Night of the Living Dead for Halloween. But what he did, instead of talking about it, he thought it was such a great movie, he really couldn't do justice talking about it. So what he did was he showed the movie The Exorcist, which is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. This here, by far, is what I feel is the scariest movie ever made. I love the front here. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I think we all know this is a great one. Just a fantastic Peanuts special. They're pretty much all great, except for some of the newer ones, but